Highland Park of Spanish Fort. I love this neighborhood. I moved here myself about 5 years ago and absolutely love it. I did a video back then. I looked at it just a minute ago and I have changed a lot in 5 years. But also I wanted to do an update because it was still being built out back then, so it was a little bit more to see nowadays. So before I get into that, I want to talk about where it is. Okay, Highland Park is located off of Jimmy Faulkner Road. Now, Jimmy Faulkner Road is actually an extension of Highway 181. So most people know that Highway 181 runs north and south. Starting from the south, it comes through Fairhope, then Daphne, then Spanish Fort. And so 181 is what you're going to run. It's going to go right over the interstate and then by Eastern Shore Center. And then if you keep going north, it will become Jimmy Faulkner Road. So that gives you a good description of where it's at. Now, Jimmy Faulkner Road is about a 4 or 5 mile stretch of road that's very rural, a lot of hills in there and tons of woods. There's woods surrounding both sides of the street mainly. Not a whole lot going on during that 4 or 5 miles. There's a church, there's 4 neighborhoods. You got Audubon, which is kind of on the scale of Highland Park. Homes are a little bit more expensive. And Tanager, I can't really know how to pronounce that. You got that neighborhood, and then Stonebrook those homes are a little bit more modestly priced homes. That's across the street from Highland Park, and then of course Highland Park. 4 neighborhoods. You have a park located on Jimmy Faulkner called Integrity Park. It's just mainly fields, a big open green space, and then soccer fields. They just did a ton of work over there. I need to go check it out, see what they've done, but just a big open field over there. And then that's about it. So everything is just really wooded. Oh, the schools. Can't forget the schools. Spanish Fort Middle School is right there off of Jimmy Faulkner, as well about another few miles down the road you have the high school. So the high school is actually the middle school is about a mile from the entrance to my neighborhood. So if you have kids along those ages, right around the corner. So coming out of the neighborhood, it's going to take you about 5 minutes to get to the first major intersection going into town, which is 31. And so 6 minutes, you're going to have a grocery store right there. That's going to be your closest grocery store, Publix. And from that point forward, moving south, that's two big, large shopping centers, all right? You have the Eastern Shore Center, which is just an outdoor shopping mall type with, I don't know, in this area, right around the interstate, which is right there, you're going to have well over 100 stores. You've got some big anchor stores like Dillard's and Belk, and then you have many smaller stores. Just anything you can imagine, really. There's a Build-A-Teddy thing in there, teddy bear thing, all kinds of Barnes & Noble. I go there several times a week. Then across the interstate, you have PetSmart, Michael's, Best Buy, and then as you can imagine, around any major interstate intersection, you're going to have a lot of restaurants too. So there's so much that's right there, and I'm missing a lot, but I don't want to bore you to tears with everything, but there is so much right there within 7, 8, 9 minutes just from the interstate. Tons of restaurants, tons of stores, grocery store, everything you could imagine that you would need is within 10 minutes. Okay, the neighborhood of Highland Park was developed and built out by DSLD. I really like them. Again, I bought one of their products. I had it built from the ground up, and I've been really pleased with them as a builder. No problems at all, and of course, I have neighbors, and I talk to them, and I really haven't heard a whole lot of negative about DSLD. So the neighborhood itself, okay, it's only 120 homes, so there's no other phases. It is built out, and it has 120 homes, so it's not a huge neighborhood, so that's good. I really, personally, the aesthetics of the neighborhood I really like. I like the fact that there's a lot of elevation change in Highland Park. Of course, this section of Spanish Fort, there is a lot of elevation change, but in the neighborhood itself, when you come in, you actually can see there's a big wooded valley behind the neighborhood. So you see some homes and then you see the tops of the trees. So I just like that aspect of it. The streets are really wide. You got sidewalks and street lamps. There's no pool. There's no community pool or playground area or anything like that. But I really enjoy the neighborhood itself. It's very walkable. You can ride bikes. You see people walking and riding bikes and walking their dogs every day. I mean, I walk my dog every day. Well, at least I have been for about 6-7 months. And it's just something that we do, and it's just great. You feel safe here. But surrounding the neighborhood, you have woods. All right, so whatever comes with that is just peaceful. It's just really peaceful. So you can imagine there's a few sporadic trees within the neighborhood, but all of the homes that are on the outskirts of the neighborhood, their backyard neighbors is woods. So they have some really premium lots there, and it's really nice to have that privacy if you're fortunate enough to have that. All right, the neighborhood itself is only about 10 years old. It was started, the first home was finished in 2015, and building went on for about 6 years through 2021. So the oldest home in here is only 10 years old. All right, so let's get into that a little bit. There are a wide variety of floor plans in here. I know this when I was buying myself. I know there's probably about 7 or 8 different floor plans in this neighborhood that was produced by DSLD. And the smallest home in here was 2,203 square feet, and the largest home is 3,524 square feet. So you're going to find homes with 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths on the low side, and on the high side, they're going to be 5 bedrooms with 4 full baths. So most of the homes in here are fairly large. A lot of the homes in here are over 3,000 square feet. I've tried to come up with a description of the style of the homes that are in Highland Park. They're not, some of them are craftsmen, some of them say it's a traditional look, but there's some, I want to say it's kind of like a French theme going on, a French Creole type theme on some of the properties. Some, they have the hip roofs, and you have, a lot of the homes have arches on the front porch. With the stucco and then the brick. So I don't really know. You can't call some of these homes craftsmen. You can't call it French Creole. I'm not sure, but I do know it's fairly unique in Baldwin County. I just know of a couple neighborhoods that have the style of homes that we have here in Highland Park. There's another place, a neighborhood in Fairhope called Idlewood, and it was built by DSLD, and it also has these same, it looks like my neighborhood over there in Fairhope. So, but I really like it. I like the style of these homes. You're going to find open floor plans through, the kitchen, the eating area, the dining room, and the living room. It's always going to be open. You're going to find cathedral ceilings. You're going to find 9-foot ceilings at least. And usually they go on up to 10 or 11 foot in the living room and maybe the dining room area. You're going to find a lot of arches. You're definitely going to see light color schemes, and definitely going to see marble, granite, or not marble, but granite countertops and stainless steel. You're going to see a lot of that, a lot of nice tile work and flooring. All of the homes in here have the tankless water heaters, so you're definitely going to see that. But it's just all brick and stucco basically for the most part in this neighborhood. It's just really a good clean design. Okay, so talking price, but I just looked at one of my videos for Highland Park from 5 years ago, so prices are obviously different from 5 years ago. So I'm going to throw out numbers at you right now really quick, but as you know, these numbers are going to change, so next year is going to be different. So you just have to call me to get the current price. But it is February of 2025. Homes right now are going anywhere from, there are 2 homes for sale in the neighborhood right now, and one is $181 a foot, and the other one's $198 a foot. So these are large homes, so you should expect to see that homes in here are going to be anywhere from $500,000 to $600,000, somewhere in that range. And that's February of 2025 numbers. So if you're seeing this 2 years from now, or a year from now, or 5 years from now, you got to make sure you call me because prices will change. So thanks for taking time to watch this video on Highland Park in Spanish Fort. It's a great neighborhood. I love it. These are good, solid homes built by a good, solid builder with a good reputation. So if you have interest in this area or any in Baldwin County is my office. Please reach out and give me a call. I'd love to help you. Talk to you soon.